Every year, the Florida legislature meets for 60 days to pass laws that affect all of us. And things can happen very quickly if we're not watching.
Well, it's not modernize, it is privatize. The effort led by private industry is to privatize pensions and do away with FRS entirely.
Modernizing FRS is what it's being called now. New terminology, same game. As our firefighters walk through the halls of the state capitol for Palm Beach County Day, there's talk of a new bill this year that would push FRS employees into 401k style plans as the default.
It really seems like, there's just a constant, pecking at the system.
Proof that the pension reform battle is still going on, even after we fought off the most severe attacks to close the plan during the recession.
Those of us who were here fighting that fight remember what it took.
It took a lot, and it will continue to take a lot of work.
But there's other people on the other side that are lobbying for private industry, for investment companies and bankers that would like to have that money to be able to invest.
This battle will likely heat up even more as the Florida Senate changes next November.
And we've specifically had great relationships with the Senate, who has always recognized the fact that the pension system is a good system. But with redistricting and term limits, there is always movement.
Next, the Firefighter Cancer Presumption Bill was filed this year in the House by Representative Frank Artiles.
First responders are risking their lives each and every day, and our responsibility as a legislature, which 33 other states have already passed some form of cancer presumption bill, our responsibility is to do something to make sure that they're covered.
It stands to be costly, so there is strong opposition.
But typically, these bills are a multi-year process, and I think it's great that we've started that up again.
The University of Miami Firefighter Cancer Study will help provide more data. We asked for money to start the study last year, and we will be asking for more money to continue it this year.
This is not a finish line. This is the beginning. A cancer presumption is the beginning of preventing cancer in the fire service. We don't want people to use the bill. We want them to not get cancer.
Finally, there's also a bill that would make it harder to pass a fire rescue surtax, something we are fighting.
Well, we think that we look at the surtax as a really promising thing for the future.
Using a surtax to help pay for fire rescue services instead of relying solely on property taxes means essential emergency services would not be at the mercy of rising and falling property values.
And those were tough times. I mean, people were getting laid off. If it lasted 2, 3, 4 more years, the department would have faced massive layoffs, and there would not have been anything that could have been done about it. It was a simple question of math.
Fire rescue could collect a sales tax to, in turn, lower property taxes, not collecting more money, but spreading out the cost to everyone, making services more sustainable for the future for everyone.
And let's not forget that first responders aren't there just to respond to their calls. They're there to make sure that the communities are safe as a whole. And these needs are hopefully that we're asking for things to help sustainability, viability, and a more stable environment to make our community a better place.
Reporting for Local 2928, I'm Tara Cardoso.